The educational system, while it is helping our minds grow, it is degrading our creativity. Public education has turned into follow the instructions or you're not smart. It teaches you that failure is the worst thing possible, not a learning experience. These things make it almost impossible for kids to have original and out-of-the-box ideas, therefore limiting the creative potential of so many students. Sir Ken Robinson said, "The whole system of public education around the world is a protracted process of university entrance, and the consequence is that many highly talented, brilliant, creative people think they're not, because the thing they were good at wasn't valued." We interviewed students and parents to investigate and find out the truth for ourselves.
What exactly happens to creativity in school? Is it lost, or is it simply not developed and therefore not a priority?
We trend towards cookie cutter and being able to almost like mass produce kids' education, right? We've got class sizes are large. It's really difficult for even the most motivated teacher to be able to have the energy or the time to be able to do anything other than rote instruction. And those that are willing to put in that mass amount of time are truly going above and beyond. I think that the public school system today really, I don't know that it discourages creativity, but it definitely doesn't encourage it. There's not there's no incentive really to, other than your own personal drive for teachers to encourage and drive creativity in their students.
With that general explanation on creativity in school, how then have kids been affected by this?
I feel like my daughter's creativity has actually gone downhill. Because she had always been so creative, but it's really here that she tends to be a lot more creative. And I think that you can help foster that inside your home. But I don't feel like they make time for those things.
How did our educational system get this degraded?
The public school system is, I think we've de-incentivized our teachers, and there's a number of things wrong with our public school system. We've created a system where accomplishment and achievement is no longer rewarded. We're enshrining our mediocrity. It's sad. But unfortunately, there's I think it's kind of one of the downsides of a free market system, or at least a semi-free market system that we have, is that teachers are not, they're not incredibly, there's an incredible supply is really the problem, right? And so you have mass amounts of supply and moderate demand, and it's increasing pretty dramatically now, but for years you had a lot of just this glut of teacher supply, and nobody's going to pay for that excess supply. And so our teachers were paid less and less. You're seeing a lot of change to that, but because obviously the less the teachers are paid, the more the less they want to stick around. So you end up with mediocre or poor teachers. There's consequences to it.
How can this be fixed?
I don't know. I think that public education is good. There are changes that can be made, but I think a big thing is that there needs to be more education and I guess more input from home, from parents.
If schooling is so important, then how often do students remember things after a school year?
Well, I do remember one time that I got a box of Whoppers.
Is there a way this problem can be fixed, or is this something that we have to deal with and fix personally at home?
I don't think a lot about it, honestly. I feel like there is not going to be a perfect educational system, probably, and I feel so I don't put a lot of thought into what is wrong with the educational system. I just feel like it's my responsibility to have lots of little teaching moments with my children and help them, because I don't have time to be a homeschooler either, you know. So it's kind of like they'll go and learn what they need to learn at school. They'll have social interactions, which are very important. They'll learn to deal with other people. They'll deal with problems that school creates for them, which, you know, some of those will be contrived, that are sorts of things that only exist inside of a school system potentially. But still, they're going to learn how to deal with those things. They'll learn to deal with pressure. They'll learn a lot of these skills that they need to succeed, and then we can have discussions about those when we're at home. So I personally don't have an opinion on any way to improve school, but I think it is better that they go and do and learn what is being taught at school, and I know that, you know, it probably could be better, but I'm not sure how.
No educational system will ever be perfect, and it's wrong to think ours ever will, but we can always strive to fix it. Sadly, we will never be able to fix the problem of too many students to truly teach to the student, but there are other ways to fix this. As explained by some of the parents interviewed, not only should we have children be educated at school, but they should also be educated at home to fill the gaps of education that they are missing, such as their creative skills. And we should always strive to teach our students that being wrong is in most cases good, as being wrong is an amazing learning opportunity that is often overlooked in schools.